Hey guys, what's up? I was not feeling well earlier today, um, but I'm feeling better now after a nap. I've been contemplating a lot of stuff, and I have officially decided to get my GameCube up and running, and I just so happened to have the Fire Red version. Um, so, wanted to do or attempt a Nuzlocke challenge. I did get in the game earlier to test my audio and everything to make sure that it works. So it should be working. Should sound well, good, excellent. And I got past all the boring tutorial stuff. So I am at my selection of Pokemon. And if anyone logs in and comments, I'll pick whatever Pokemon they want. My initial plan, or my current plan, is to name the first Pokemon that I catch after my followers on Twitch. Followers on Twitch. So I will be naming the first one after the first person who followed me, which is Cranksley 101. So here we go. My rival's name is Peter. I'll just show you guys what I was doing. So I grabbed the potion out of the box. I walked down, I talked to my mom, I walked outside, rested comfortably at home, sure. Hey, wait, don't go out. Not yet, I'm not ready to plow your mom. Here, come with me so I can give you a Pokemon. So I can plow your mom. Peter. Gramps. I'm fed up with waiting. Haha! Grab my Pokeballs. They've got creatures inside of them. Gross. Be patient, Peter. You can have one too. And here we are. Let me read this. Because honestly, as a kid and as an adult, I've never actually read this stuff. Ah, Charmander is your choice. You should raise it patiently. So, Ben, you're claiming the fire Pokemon Charmander. Sure. It's really quite energetic. Do you want to give it a nickname? Absol-freaking-lutely. Just so I spell it correctly, and I'm gonna be very precise. Oops. Cranksley. I can't do 101, so you're just gonna be Cranksley. Oh, I'm wrong. It's Cransky. Like Cranberry Sky. Oh, I can do 101. See, this is exactly why I have it typed out. Because that would have been real embarrassing if I had gone through with that. Still a little embarrassing. It's alright. Cransky 101 or Cransky 101. Kransky. Kransky. Either way, I feel like it's kind of fitting. I don't know if the sky is important or not, but Charizard can fly, so that's neat. Peter, I'll take this one then. Peter received the Squirtle from Professor Oak. He's a big turd. Here we go. Peter. Wait, Ben. Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. I don't know why I decided that voice, but it seems fitting. Because we're out in the sticks, right? Rival Peter would like to battle. Rival Peter sent out Squirtle. Squirtle. Oak. Oh, for Pete's sake. So pushy as always. Ben, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainers' Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from the experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Okay. I just realized that I did not go over the rules of this Nuzlocke. I will be naming each Pokemon. First route encounters, no duplicates. And I'm talking about the entire line. So let's say I catch like a Pidgey on Route 1, right? And then I get to another route, and it's my first encounter is Pidgeotto. I'm not going to count that as the first encounter. And then I'll keep searching until I find a new Pokemon on my Pokedex, and that'll be considered my first encounter on the route. There will be no duplicates of any line. So let's say, like, again, I'll use Pidgey as an example. If Pidgey faints in battle, it's dead, and then I can't catch another Pidgey for the rest of the game. That's just how that's going to be. I'm not good at a level cap. I have not successfully completed any single Nuzlocke challenge, so I'm not very good at the game, but it's a learning process, so yeah. I'm not doing the level cap. I'm sure this happens all the time. I start off really strong, and then I just lose all momentum whatsoever. Oak says inflicting damage on a foe is key to any battle. So usually what happens is I spend a vast majority of my time in the beginning just grinding. And I get my, usually, you know, if I'm not doing a Nuzlocke, I will get like a full team of 6, and I'll train all of them up to 20 before I even get to the first gym leader, because I'm crazy. I'm surprised I won that one. Also in a Nuzlocke challenge, if I would have lost that battle, I wouldn't need to restart, because that would stink. Crayon Sky 101 grew to level 6. Let's go. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. I got 80 Pokebucks for winning. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money, and your Pokemon will grow. Not in that order. Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong. Peter. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen up. Ben, Gramps, smell you later. Smell you later, you turd. Alright. Okay. So also, initially, if no one has ever watched a Nuzlocke challenge or done a Nuzlocke challenge, it doesn't officially start really until you get like the Pokeballs. Well, or after the rival battle, whichever comes first, I guess. So this would not count as my first encounter because I don't have the ability to catch it at this point in time. I miss running shoes. I'm just gonna quickly go up to get the parcel to deliver that so I can go straight into battling. Starting this off. So I probably won't go as crazy as I normally do, and like just keep grinding. I will most likely. Oh, he learned Ember! Yay! I will most likely just. I gotta move that. I will most likely lose my train of thought and completely abandon what I was talking about. I will most likely not grind a ridiculous amount. Okay. I didn't want to talk to her anyway. Like I said, I'm playing on the GameCube, so... I got these wireless controllers, Mad Cats. So nice. Oh, why did I go to the PC? What am I doing? I need to go to the Pokemart. Hey, you came from Palatown? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Ben received Oak's parcel from the Pokemart counter employee. I don't know what it said. I'm just filling in. Ben put Oak's parcel in the key items pocket. Yay. I want those running shoes, man. So slow. Also, I've been playing a lot of emulators too, and man, it helps when you can just speed run everything. But for streaming, I'm not doing ROMs or ROM hacks. I'm doing straight up legit stuff. That's why I'm playing on the GameCube. Oh, Ben! How's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? Ben delivered Oak's parcel. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Thank you. Gramps. It's Peter. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? I just assume that his brain is just so slow. Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk is my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you have seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Yay, just like what a 10-year-old wants, an encyclopedia. Or encyclopedia. Oak. Ben and Peter, take these with you. Ben received the Pokedex from Professor Oak. You can't get detailed data from Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Ben received 5 Pokeballs. Ben put the Pokeballs in a Pokeball's pocket. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. Then you grew old and you started porking my mom. I don't appreciate it. But I'm too old. And I can't get the job done because I'm too busy porking your mom. So I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Sure. All right, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Ben, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know I'll borrow a town map from my sis. Hook. I'll tell her not to give you one, Ben. Don't bother coming around to this place after this. I'm nailing this. Except for my scratchy voice. Professor Oak might not look like much, but he's the authority on Pokemon. The authority? He's the man? Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. Many, but not me, because he's porking my mom. I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Oh no. Are we doing like an Eiffel Tower thing? Making bridges? I don't like that guy. I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Oh boy. Another one. What do they all do together? I'm supposed to be 10 years old. I'm not thinking about this stuff. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, well that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. Ben received a town map from Daisy. Ben put the town map in the key items pocket. Not that I'll probably ever look at that, but that's alright. I'm gonna talk to my mom. Maybe she'll give me some running shoes. Ben, you should take a quick race. Oh, right. Oh, good. You and your Pokemon are looking great. Take care now. I sound like Towley, man. My mom sounds like Towley. That's weird. 10 years old, 10 years old, 10 years old. I'm supposed to be 10 years old. All right, so first encounter. First encounter. Another butchering on followers. Names. So this will be fun. Maybe I'll talk to some more people. I work at the Pokemart. It's part of the convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Obtained the potion. Then put the potion away in the bag items pocket. I remember back in my day, I remember when everything went in your backpack all nilly-willy and you didn't have any extra pockets. For a game called Pocket Monsters. That makes sense. A ratata. Alright. My first encounter is a ratata. I'll see if I can even catch it. Because it's two. Alright. We're not going to risk it anymore. We're just going to go for it. There's a town map behind you. Woo! Rattata, the mouse Pokemon. Its fangs are long and sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws on hard things to whittle them down. I got something you can whittle down. Professor Oak. You probably like it though, it's sick fruit. Alright. Time to butcher this name. So the next follower I got, which is a guy I know. It's either Chevy or Chevy. I'll let you decide. Sounds good to me. Thanks for the follow. Sorry you're Rattata. All right, that's... All right. Those buttons are all select. Level 2. It's got guts. Oops, attack if suffering. Not particularly useful. But it's a Pokemon. I'll do a little bit of training and I'll get Rattata up to level 5. And then I'll go to another area or another route to do another encounter. It'd be wild if this was the first Nuzlocke that I'm actually able to complete. I've attempted several Nuzlockes. My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Crystal, so I have done like... I don't know, man. I think I've done like over 20 attempts at a Nuzlocke, and I have... I think the farthest I got was... I got to the Elite Four for the second time, and then it all fell apart. Yeah. Because I think you have to go through, you know, all 8 badges, Elite Four, and then you go from Johto to Kanto, and then you get all 8 badges over there. You have to go back to the Elite Four, finish them off, and then you go to Mount Silver, and then you like travel all the way up and fight Red. And typically, like, I think my last Nuzlocke was the closest that I got. And I got through the Elite Four, but I lost like half my team. So then I went to Mount Silver and I was training up some Pokemon, and I had a lot of leveling to do and ended up just like... I think I gave up. I don't even think I made it to Red. I, like, whilst I was training, I ended up losing another Pokemon and just gave up all hope. Sorry, let's train up Chevy. Oh, and this kind of reminds me, when the first, like, official shiny Pokemon I caught, well, obviously besides the red Gyarados, because I feel like that's, like, such a common first shiny Pokemon catch. My first shiny Pokemon catch was in Pokemon Fire Red, and it was a green Zubat. And I named it Green Bat, and then I evolved it. I got so mad because they like lock the national dex until you like beat the Elite Four in Fire Red, I think. And I was trying to evolve it into Crobat, and every time it would like pop up and then, I don't know what happened. I just want to see Crobat. I just want to see Crobat. And I get all the way pretty much through the game, and I get pretty much through the game, and I finally get it to evolve, and it's pink. And this was like, you know, the internet was not as readily available as it is currently, so I'm like, I got this special green bat, and it's awesome. So I named it Green Bat. Well, no, the first thing, like, I never named him either, so, like, I didn't name it, and then I went to, like, the name raider and then renamed it Green Bat. Man, so much disappointment. So yeah, I evolved it and it turned pink. I was like, okay, great. I got a pink Crobat that I called Green Bat. Everyone's gonna think I'm dumb. Like, I don't know colors. I think this game came out when I was like in middle school. Which also reminds me, there's like now one Pokemon game that I haven't made it through, and it's Pokemon Emerald, and I have had that game for the longest time, and I just have never fully completed the game. I'll get like halfway through the game and I'll lose interest. I don't know why everyone loves that game so much. Oh, Emerald's amazing. Ruby's amazing. Sapphire's amazing. Oh, these games are so great. No, they're not. Half the map is water. You're surfing for half the time. You don't know where you're at. It annoys the heck out of me. Like, you don't see any landmarks. Like, the whole screen's just blue and water. And then you see these swimmers and, you know, you're battling all the time. Like, dude, just give me a break. So I think my goal for this stream is maybe I'll just try to do like either one main event or get a badge. And I have been playing Fable Anniversary, and I upgraded some of my equipment, and I didn't realize that I would have needed like a microphone when I upgraded. So initially I was streaming from the Xbox for Fable Anniversaries, and it kind of annoyed me because I couldn't really successfully move where the camera was, and like the quality was not great. And I mean, my setup was god awful. I had the camera set up like in front of my TV on the edge of the TV stand. Like it was so far away. And then eventually I got like a step ladder that had like a little notch that I could set the camera in, and now I've got a tripod, and like I've been slowly upgrading things. Like I got a gaming PC 2 weeks ago, and then this week I got a microphone and a mic arm. This is the first time that I got it all set up appropriately. So I was pretty happy with my Fable stream earlier today, except for the fact that I wasn't feeling well, which is kind of why I stopped streaming, because I realized like, oh man, I'm like falling asleep on this stream, and that's not cool. But I got my microphone yesterday, and I had some like some previous obligations to do. So when I got my microphone, I had to do that, and then when I came home, I got it all set up, and then I realized, hey, this isn't going to work out with my normal setup. So then I had to completely rearrange my layout in the basement, and then I had to make I thought the arm would attach to the coffee table that I have, but the coffee table doesn't have enough of a lip for the clamp. So I had to make a shelf. So I had to go out into the garage, cut some stuff, and then like screw everything together. And now I've got like a shelf. And oh, that was crazy. I got a tripod for the camera. I did a lot of stuff to get this set up the way that I wanted. And now that I've got everything set up, I think streaming from here on out is going to be a lot easier on me. So hopefully I'll be able to make some content that people will enjoy. I mean, I'm enjoying the process, so I don't really, like, I'm not streaming for other people and to make myself famous. I'm streaming for fun. Like, yeah, it'd be cool if I could, but I'm not gonna, like, bank on it. I've always, like... So, the whole reason why I started streaming was because I had so many things I wanted to do, and I probably, like most people, just, like, crippled with anxiety or stress, and I'm like, I just don't know what to do and whatever. So I started realizing that, hey, some of the people that I'm like consuming content from, they do this, and they have all of like these schedules, and they're doing some of the things that I want to do. So like, why don't I just stream, and I can make my own schedule, and, you know, as long as I put that out on the internet, I'm gonna, like, if I want people to watch, I will, you know, make a schedule, and I'll stick to the schedule, and we'll just keep rolling. So that's what I'm doing. I made a schedule, So I'm trying to stick with it. This last week I tried doing a little doodle test, and I realized that I messed with some settings on OBS and totally, like, kind of screwed myself a little bit there. So I thought I was streaming. Doesn't matter. It didn't get posted, and it's fine because honestly, like, looking back at the drawing stream, it was not going well. I didn't have anything planned out. It was just chaos. So I think this next time I'm gonna have, like, you know, hey, if you're out of ideas, draw this. So that'll be a lot nicer. And now that I have a microphone, there's some other things that I want to do. I would love to make a video for voice acting. For the longest time, I wanted to be a voice actor. I always made, like, funny comments and accents, and, you know, in high school, I'd, you know, have these, like, characters in my head, and sometimes I'd just belt it out randomly while talking to friends, and, you know, a couple times where I accidentally made some people pee, but that's maybe on them, not on me. So yeah, I'd love to get some voice acting in. So maybe I'll like do a stream where I'm just reading lines and doing different accents. We'll see how long I can do that, because, like, just the Gary voice here kind of hurts my throat, and to be honest, I'm like, my throat kind of hurt today too, so I'm not feeling the greatest today, but that doesn't mean that any other day I'm not gonna feel well. So another thing I gotta do is I gotta make more clips. Alright, Route 22. I think I'm gonna go for another encounter. Since I have Chevy at Chevy! Since I have Chevy at level 5, we'll go for another encounter. I have just one more follower on Twitch, and then I'm gonna have to get creative with the names. Okay, so as previously stated, I already have Chevy. That is a Rattata. So this does not count. That would be super depressing. Espresso depresso. So this will not count for my encounter. Another helpful thing is that there is a Pokeball underneath Rattata's name, so I can tell whether or not I have that Pokemon. So that will not count. I'm really hoping for a Nidoran male, but I'm sure it's going to be a Sparrow. Or another Rattata. Is it Sparrow or Spearow? Spearow? Oh well. Really? Am I lucky or cursed? Okay, I gotta be careful with these, like, defense downs. Probably only take one hit. Sweet. No damage is always good. Why, dude? Why? This is ridiculous. I'm not even gonna risk it. This is wild. I'm gonna have to heal after this. Oh my gosh. Oh, just give me an encounter, man. I know there's more than Rattata in these bushes. Oh, I might have to make a special rule if I find a shiny Pokemon. I mean, like, you can't just not catch a shiny Pokemon, right? Mankey. That's not bad. That'll be a pretty good... I'm gonna switch... I should have healed. He's got low kick. Oh. If I can catch him. Last follower is Riot Shield TTV. Joe, I'm getting real nervous, man. You're making me real nervous, so we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch Pokemon. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna switch. Oh, it's just Scratch. Oh, and I got nervous for that. I thought I had low kick for some reason. Let's go. Yes! Should probably buy some more Pokeballs too. Riot Shield TTV. I'm not sure if I've got enough spaces for that. It's a pig monkey Pokemon. Light and agile on its feet and ferocious in temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy. The nickname? Absolutely. Alright, lowercase Riot Shield TTV. Wait, I before E? Yes. Riot Shield! Hopefully that'll be good enough. Riot Shield. Exactly how it is spelt. Let's go. Alright, I got my team. I'm pretty happy with it. Personally, I like Pidgey a lot, so I would have preferred a Pidgey instead of a Rattata, but I mean, ultimately I would have had 2 flying Pokemon. So I probably would have had to replace the Pokemon on Route 1 regardless. So... But anyway, circling back to streaming, this Wednesday, since I got a new desktop computer, I should be able, and now that I've got the issues resolved with OBS, again, personal issues, I'm just not familiar, and I haven't done a tutorial, and I still haven't, and I refuse to at this point. So that's not going to change. I'm just going to figure it out on my own and get better. And sometimes I scroll through TikTok and see some creators, and they give some helpful hints. So I should probably look into more stuff, because it would be really neat if I had, like, you know, a list on the screen of what Pokemon I've had and what Pokemon have died. What Pokemon I've got on my team. So it'd be neat to put those sprites up on the screen. I'll look into it. Mankey versus Mankey. We both chose violence. Extreme violence. Woo-hoo. So I guess before I get into the new area, I will get all my Pokemon up to... Hopefully I outspeed. That would have been a rough start. Mission accomplished. So now that I've got all of my Pokemon on level 5 or higher, I'm going to move on to the next area after healing. I'll get past the man who looked like a fish in the first game. That now that they remade the game, now I realize dude wasn't a fish. He was just laying on the ground. My dumb kid brain just assumed he was a fish. Maybe buy some more Pokeballs too, since I kind of wasted some. I believe if I buy 10, they'll give me a Premier Ball. Nope! Totally wrong! You know what? I'll buy some more. Never have too many balls, am I right? Fellas? Ladies, wink wonk. 12's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Well, now that I've had my coffee, that's what I need to get going. What's that red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokedex. So Oak comes up with this Pokedex, and like, I thought, is it not brand new? Why does everyone know about the Pokedex? Like, he's just handing these out to trainers. Like, why hasn't he discovered all the Pokemon yet, huh? You're giving them out to like thousands of people. Then let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon even though you have 3 Pokemon? I suppose I better show you then. Maybe check your glasses there, bro. He doesn't even have glasses. That's the problem. What will the old man do? I hate that they make you go through this. Even as a kid, I understood how to catch Pokemon. And I was real dumb. I was not smart. I didn't read any of this stuff. There! Now tell me, was that educational? Was it not? It wasn't. And here, take this too. Receive the TGTV. Then put the TGTV in the key items pocket. Pass. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It will teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, this is another encounter, isn't it? A piggy. I do like me the piggies. I wasn't even paying attention, and that's the biggest downfall of a lot of these Nuzlocks. Is you get complacent. And you lose your Pokemon. Because you're not paying attention, you're eating like a chicken sandwich. Don't eat chicken sandwiches. I didn't read it. I didn't read it. Okay. So I am officially out of followers on Twitch. So I'm going to have to come up with my own name. So my wife always calls this Pidgey. So I'm just going to name it Pig. 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 Piggy. Pig, 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 piggy. Oink, oink. Piggy. Mr. Piggy. Right? I wasn't wrong on Route 22, Pallet Town, Route 1, Route 2. Yep. Otherwise, I would have released it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the Poke Center, heal, and I'll get Piggy up to level 5. Should maybe shoot a little higher, but like level 8. I think I definitely want like level 12 before I hit up the gym. It'll be easier for Piggy. It'll be easier for Piggy when it's got Gust, so I won't go into the forest yet. Piggy! Send out Chevy. You know, as a kid, I wasn't really allowed to listen to the volume on the Game Boy because it was too loud and too distracting. Not to mention, you know, like those long car rides back when your screens didn't light up. Which, like, turn the light on in the back of the van, and your parents are like, "Shut that off! We're gonna crash!" I don't know how many times I heard that, and you'd get like the little plug-in with like the magnifying glass, and then the battery would just die so fast. Oof. Gaming was hard back in the day. Ooh, critical. Look at you, piggy. So I know someone commented, but it looks like it's one of those spam. Those spam things to get more viewers, and you know what? I don't want to cheese it. I want legit viewers. So, pass. Thanks for the comment, though. It happened a while ago. I just didn't say anything. Really hammer down this whole shiny thing. I guess if there's a shiny, obviously I'm gonna catch it. Like, you can't not catch a shiny. When I catch the shiny, if I have a Pokemon in the PC or in my party that's of the same line, I guess I'll just like swap them. If not, then maybe I'll look at where the route was and replace that Pokemon. I think that sounds pretty legit. Are there Nidoran even in this side over here? Route 22? My favorite shiny Pokemon is Nidoking. Absolute top tier shiny. I feel like Charizard's overrated and has always been overrated, so hard pass on him. You know, a lot of the times when I do the playthroughs through Pokemon, I will just completely get rid of my starter Pokemon. I'll box them, I'll find something else. I think through my first playthrough of Pokemon ever, I completely got rid of my starting Pokemon. I was tricked out of my starting Pokemon via my brother and his friends. But whatever, not a big deal to me. Didn't really matter. I started training Pidgey a lot. We got to a Pidgeot, and that thing was awesome. So good. And then I got Kabuto and evolved it to Kabutops, and I got that guy up to 100, and I was like wiping the floor with the Elite Four with just him. And I think I just kept doing the Elite Four over and over and over again. I don't know why. I think it had something to do with the money. I was just getting so much money, and like, oh, look at how much money I have. And then meanwhile, like, all the kids in the neighborhood were like linking up and trading, battling and stuff with each other, and I was just like, I got this awesome Kabutops. It's a level 100 that doesn't gain any more experience, but maybe one more run through with the Elite Four, I'll start gaining more experience. The brain rot of me as a child. I don't know where my mind was. Oh yeah, and then all the other like neighborhood kids were just, you know, cheesing it. They were doing the rare candy glitch, and all their Pokemon were at level 100 the illegitimate way, and I'm just over there like grinding the Elite Four for more money that I didn't spend anything on. So I think like I maxed out the money too. Oh, I think I was like going to try to see if I could go buy a bike, even though I already had one with a bike voucher. I didn't realize that like the money capped out just $1 before. Like, oh, my wallet's so thick that I can't fit one more dollar in there. Way to go, piggy. Oh yeah, there's a rival battle up here. Maybe I'll do that next. Like after I get all my Pokemon up to, let's say 8. I like an even uniform team, so let's get everyone up to 9, because I think that's where Krinsky is. Pidgey, I just need you to learn Gust. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me, Piggy? Gust? No. Womp womp. No Nidoran, no Sparrow. I swear this place was riddled with them in Pokemon Blue. So I don't know why I liked Pidgeot so much. Like, the sprite in Pokemon Blue looked kind of dumb. Just like a giant bird with tiny legs and huge wings. And like a really dumb, creepy smile. But I think my favorite attack, Pidgeotto, like, once I evolved it to Pidgey to Pidgeotto, and it learned Wing Attack, like, I was sold that Pidgey was, like, one of the strongest Pokemon you could get, because I think it just, like, learned these really offensive moves very quickly. And I had, like, a full roster of attack moves that were pretty good, and I think my go-to one was Wing Attack. I'll keep going with Piggy. You know, I have followers on, or subscribers on YouTube, but I don't know how to look those up. Oh well, that's fine. Maybe I'll go off comments next time. I get any good comments on the videos, or if anyone's commenting while streaming and it's not this like nonsense of, hey, come over here and if you want more viewers, do this, go to this link, or like obvious spam stuff. Maybe I'll use your name as one of my next encounters. Wanna risk it? No. Oh, right, the accuracy for tackle is low. How annoying. Okay, so Peggy's pretty damaged. We're gonna switch to Riot Shield. Poor Chevy's pretty damaged, so I'm probably gonna have to heal soon. So I think over the summer, at some point, I'm just gonna start going to like garage sales, and we got a couple flea markets around here. I'll go to a couple flea markets and see if I can pick up any more like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, GameCube games. Because I really enjoy playing the old like retro games. I still have games from like my childhood that I never got to play that I still want to play. I have a PS4, and I think I need like a subscription to their like whatever they call their Game Pass to play Ratchet and Clank, because I wanted to play like the OG Ratchet and Clank. I only ever got to watch my brother play Going Commando. Yeah. Only ever got to watch my brother play Going Commando up until college. Then I got to play that game, and then I bought the like new Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 4. But like it's not the same. So I'd love to go through that whole series and play that, because I really did enjoy those games, even though I really only got to watch my brother play it. Oh, I did do a playthrough in college, but like, you know, for me, college, like when I played through it, I was so stressed out because I was a freshman that I don't even remember playing the game. Like I barely remember what I did. I just remember what my brother did. So I'm gonna have to play through that myself. And the only way for me to do that is to get that subscription, like the gold, or I don't know what it is, but I'll have to look into getting it at some point. It'd be nice to play like new games too. But I like these retro games, man. Like I said, kind of reminds me of my childhood. And the Pokemon games especially, like these were games that I actually got to play. And then my parents were the ones that gave me the GameCube. I got the GameCube for Christmas. I think it was around the same time that the Xbox came out. My brother ended up buying his Xbox right after I got the GameCube. I had to share the GameCube with my brother and my sister. Not that my sister really used it. My brother and I would play it for a while because we got it with Super Smash Bros. And my brother was very good at the Nintendo 64 original Super Smash Bros. He was very good. Maybe not like good, but he was good. He always beat me. And most of our friends. So he was good. Oh, I also got Pokemon X Gale of Darkness that I haven't been able to... I started a little bit of it, but I haven't really gotten through like the main portion of it. So that would be another fun one. I bet I could stream that. Bet I get some viewers on that. Maybe I'll start that series at some point. Right now I'm really just doing like this Pokemon Nuzlocke. Probably just do it as like filler. I'll just do it when I want to stream. I don't really think I'll have any consistent days with Pokemon unless I get some like avid viewers that want to watch me play it, then I'll probably get a little more consistent. Or maybe I'll schedule it. Maybe I'll get a Discord and schedule it on Discord. Send out like a weekly thing. Because for some reason Twitch only allows you to... Twitch only really allows you to do it like every... Like it says every week on the same time you're going to be doing, you know, whatever. Which is kind of annoying. Because, I mean, realistically, for me, I want to do like a whatever Wednesday. Like, whatever I want to do, we're going to do on Wednesday. Like, honestly, if I could stream like every day, if I wasn't like dog tired at the end of every day at work, I would be streaming every day if I could. I'd have a Epic Friday. Pretty similar to whatever Wednesday. I did try some like try not to laugh challenges, and that didn't work out. If I had more of like a community and had people like picking videos for me to react to, I think I would definitely go back to a try not to laugh. I could do like a try not to laugh Tuesday. That'd be fun. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I just gotta solidify it and commit to it, and that's been my problem prior to streaming, and streaming is helping me resolve that issue. So I want to get into, like, I used to be an avid drawer. Hey, there's the sparrow I've been talking about for the longest time. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to get back into drawing. I was an avid drawer. I used to do art all the time, especially in high school, and then college. I did a bunch of art in college. Still have some stuff too. And then, you know, after I graduated from college, I just kind of like stopped doing it because, you know, work got the better of me, and then, you know, wanted to do so well at my job that I wasn't really paying attention. I like wasn't really doing the things that I wanted to do. And now my mindset's done pretty much a 180, and, you know, life is short. You want to enjoy yourself, so why not go out and do the things that you want to do? But oh hey, if you've got anxiety, or you need like a schedule to push you, or, you know, like for me, streaming is like an obligation in my schedule, so it's something that I feel like I need to do if I put it on a schedule. Especially if I'm wanting to entertain people, not just myself. Put it out there and follow the schedule. That's what I want to do, so just keep it up. Alright, riot shields at 8. I'm gonna train Chevy. Get him to 8. Yeah, probably not the most exciting thing to watch. Someone just grind. But switch that out for tackle, since tackle doesn't have 100% accuracy. Plus going first is always a bonus. Still no Nidoran. Kind of surprised. Oh, so another story that I was trying to share when I was drawing was about my username, or like my tag, or whatever you want to call it, Nightlight Ben. There's a story behind it. It started off when the internet started becoming a little more popular, and people were making, well, Facebook, not Facebook, MySpace came out. and everyone in like my high school was making MySpace pages. So my brother helped me make a MySpace page because honestly I didn't really care, but I had a lot of people like asking me like, oh, you know, did you join MySpace? I don't know. People liked some of the comments that I made in class. They thought I was funny, so I'd always say it under my breath. So that, like, some people just wanted to kind of read some of the comments that I'd make. I don't know. It was social media is still kind of weird to me. But yeah, they wanted me to join MySpace, so I joined MySpace. And I had, I think my first MySpace like background, I liked Marvel a lot. I mean, my favorite character is Iron Man and has been Iron Man since I was a kid. And my dad had these old comics, his childhood house, and it was of Iron Man, and I thought Iron Man was super cool. And then he bought me like an Iron Man action figure, and like I've been in love with Iron Man pretty much ever since. Lost my train of thought. All right, so like the only available like background for MySpace was, I think, Moon Knight, and I wasn't super familiar with the character, so I had Moon Knight up, and I'm like, this isn't really what I want. I want a new one. So my brother did some more research. I think he downloaded some artwork, or maybe he scanned some from some of the comic books I had. I don't know. He did something with the computer, because I was just like, I could care less. I've got some other things going on. Like, I was constantly training. That's another story. Anyway, he found all of these images of Nightcrawler, and he created a background on MySpace on my page of Nightcrawler. And I had another friend in middle school that was having kind of a rough time, and I felt really bad for him because he was really cool, and like just getting ridiculed, and I didn't understand why he was getting bullied at the time. But like, turns out he was gay, and then he told me, and I didn't know what that meant, and whatever, all of this stuff, and he ended up like getting bullied so hard in middle school that he couldn't take it and ended up going to a private school town away. So kind of bummed me out, but that was one of the main reasons why I got MySpace. So then on his page, he would have like this chat thing that you could have, and people would be talking on it, and he'd join. So there was like a point in time in my day that I'd go home and I'd go on his page, and we'd just all kind of chat. And he started chatting with some of his new friends, and so like we were talking, and you know, they added me as a friend, and then, you know, a couple months go by, and I'm invited over to hang out with them IRL. That was pretty neat. And they're all kind of looking at me like they didn't know what to call me, even though like my profile had my name. But I guess since they all went to like view my profile and add me as a friend, they saw Nightcrawler. So they started calling me Nightcrawler Ben. So for the longest time, that was like my username. I think I went on to MySpace and I changed my name on there to Nightcrawler Ben, and that would be my username for a lot of stuff for a long time, up until probably college, when I met a new group of friends and they're like, Nightcrawler Ben, what's the story behind that? So I told them, and they're like, Nightcrawler Ben's just like a really long name. You gotta shorten it. You know, you need like a light version. So my thought process was like, oh, they want a light version of it. So I light Ben, but I need like part of Nightcrawler. So I basically, what I ended up doing was changing crawler to light and only saving like a couple of letters. So Nightlight Ben, you know. And, you know, for short, I'd go by Nightlight. So it wasn't really, like, shorter, but I liked it. And I think even in college, I ended up, like, coming up with a, like, superhero persona of Nightlight. And it was so dumb. Like, it was... I was telling my friends about my superpowers, and like it was basically just, I wanted to be realistic. I wanted to be kind of similar to Iron Man and Batman, but make it more like realistic. So I had done some research and found out that there were these like flashlights that like flashed really loud and at random intervals, that it would like kind of disorient the people that you were using it on. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll just use those flashlights and have like, you know, like a Kevlar vest and all this stuff, and I'd go out and I'd fight crime. So my friends are like, well, and what are you gonna call yourself? I'm like, I think I'm just gonna call myself Nightlight. And they're like, well, why? And I said, well, it's better than calling myself the Flasher. And they all laughed, and it's just like, I don't know. So I've stuck with Nightlight Ben, and I've had Nightlight Ben for the longest time. I don't think I would change it at this point. Can't remember what Pokemon Peter's gonna have. In this fight, he'll have Squirtle, obviously, but I think he either has a Pidgey or a Sparrow. Out with it. No more damage. Sorry, I'm thinking about my past now, and Pokemon reminds me of my childhood, and I just remember all of the good times I had in my childhood neighborhood. A lot of good A lot of good kids around that area. And some of them frustrated the heck out of me, but I have really good memories, and I grew up in a really good neighborhood. First friend I made outside of my brother, he was a really good guy. Ended up passing away about a year ago, a little over a year ago. Passed away in February. I got Gust. Got a lot of stories about him. First time I met him, it was like 4, or I had just turned 4, I think, or 3. And my parents were building, we were building a house on this plot of land, and they were walking around inspecting the land. It was spring, I think. Yeah, I think I had just had my 4th birthday. And we were looking at the progress of the house, and they had just put up like the frame, or not had just put up, they were surveying the land, or my parents were looking at the progress on the house. I don't know, I think they were talking to someone about what they wanted to do, but they had the frame of the house in. I think they had put that down just before it started snowing. Anyway, we were walking in the backyard, and I ended up losing a boot in all the mud because we didn't have any grass down. So it was all just dirt. And they had been digging out, part for the basement. And they just piled all this dirt, kind of in the front, kind of on the pavement, I guess. And anyway, we're in the backyard, and I lose a boot, and I think my uncle was the one that just picked me up, and I was crying because of the boot, and it was really stuck in there. I remember my dad going down to try to lift up the boot, and he couldn't quite get it, so I think my dad left to go get a shovel or something, or talk to a neighbor to get a shovel, and my uncle just came up and plopped me down on I think the driveway was done at that point in time, so he plopped me up on a little lip of the driveway, and I was crying because it was cold and my foot was all muddy, and I look up, and there's this kid standing on top. Well, at the time he was sitting down. He was sitting down on this dirt pile, and then he looks up at me, and he just stands up and kind of stumbles down this dirt hill that's all muddy, and I think he was wearing overalls or something, and they're all muddy, and I don't think he did not have any shoes or anything. I don't know why. This was spring, and it was cold. Some stuff were it was still kind of, there were some areas that were frozen, but most of it was just mud. Just overalls and a t-shirt, and nothing else. No socks, no shoes, no nothing. And he comes down, and he's got dirt on his face, and his hands are all muddy, and he just my name's Steven. Do you want a worm? I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I don't. Like, he's got like a worm in his hand, and I'm like, I don't want a worm. And then he just eats it right in front of me. He eats the worm, and I'm grossed out. And then he goes to shake my hand and like officially introduce himself again. Like, you want to be friends? I'm like, sure. I mean, like, as a kid, you know, you don't really think about that. Like, it's nice to have friends, and at that point, I hadn't had any friends besides my brother. So it's just kind of weird that that was, like, the first friend that I made outside of my brother. And he's just on a dirt pile eating worms. It's crazy. I definitely can't make friends like that as fast as an adult. I don't think any adult would ever want to make friends with another adult that's like offering another adult worms either. But I don't know, it's just interesting to think about. And then him and I played a lot of Pokemon together. One of the most recent memories I have with him was when Pokemon Go kind of exploded, and I had moved back home from college, and he's like, basically, I get home and he like walks over and I'm in my car and he's like, yo, you want to go Pokemon hunting? And I'm like, sure. He just opens the door and gets in. Like, come on, let's go. I know a good spot. You drive us there. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes I miss how blunt he was, like unapologetically honest and direct, and just an all-around good guy. So, and a lot of my childhood revolved around hanging out with him and his family and his brothers. Lots of McDonald's and lots of Pokemon. He was really into art too, and we would draw a lot. And I remember, you know, as kids, we would try to do anything. Like, he was such an entrepreneur. That he'd be like, we should start a newspaper. And like, oh, that sounds great. So we had like reporters out in the field, and they'd take notes, come back, and then he'd like, you know, organize all the stories and what's getting on the front page and whatever. It was all pretty interesting. And then we'd have people go out and take pictures, or we'd have artists like myself and him, we would draw. And for a while we had like a cul-de-sac newspaper. I can't remember what we called it. It was like the cul-de-sac something that started with a C. Or maybe it was the cul-de-sac Times or something like that. But we had some good times. I think even at one point we like made our own Pokemon cards and like tried selling that to the neighborhood kids. They were not good cards. Like, we like drew them, and then Steven would redraw them in a better way, and then I think I would outline them in Sharpie, and then he'd color them. And like, oh, we should make these rare, and like, I don't think we even made a single pack. But we were so convinced that people would be buying these cards up. Like, we didn't even have like a way to play the game. It was all just collectible cards, you know, looking pretty for the art. And I think we ended up stopping because we didn't understand how they made the cards holographic. I mean, could you imagine like a couple 10-year-olds being able to make cards with like holographic backings? That would have been awesome. I know I said 9, but I don't like 9. Uneven numbers are annoying. Very annoying to me. So we'll just get up to 10 and then I'll face my rival and then we'll go into Viridian Forest. And hopefully by the end of Viridian Forest I will have, you know, a pretty good team. And I might end up rushing a little bit. I'm getting a little tired again. And it's getting kind of late. Yeah, I think like Pokemon kind of shaped me as a gamer in an unintentional way. Because I didn't know what I was doing when I was playing Pokemon. I just like knew how to do a couple of things, and then my brother would teach me a couple things. I was not very good at reading either, and I was very impatient. So I just jump in and do it, and I think my brother was the one that had to teach me how to catch Pokemon. And then after that, it was just like I would grind and then wander aimlessly until I found a gym, and then I'd battle. So like my brother would almost be completely done with the game, and I would have just like, I don't know, maybe wandered in and got like the 3rd badge. Because I couldn't figure out how to cut things. But hey, I'd have a full team of like pretty much completely evolved Pokemon at that point at like level 40, I think. And then moving forward after that, when we got to gold and silver, I was like, oh, for some reason, my mind was like, I have to have my Pokemon at level 10 for the first badge, and then for the second badge, they have to be at level 20, and then for the third badge, they have to be at 30, you know, and so on and so forth. So I would spend so much time grinding. Just like aimlessly wandering, paying maybe half attention to what was going on in the game. But I mean, that kind of worked out for me, because my parents ended up buying us Game Boys because they got so annoyed when we could talk. They got so annoyed when we could talk, and my grandparents lived like, you know, 4 or 5 hours away, 5 hours away from us, and they got so annoyed when we could talk. Like I remember, I think there was an episode of The Simpsons where they were like, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And we had just watched that. I think it was like right before Christmas. We had watched that episode, and so we were going up and, are we there yet? Are we there yet? My brother and I are just like chiming in, and my sister was probably maybe 1 or 2, so she wasn't really speaking. And my mom just got so annoyed because normally I think she'd like just like sleep or read a book during the car ride, that I think that Christmas they were like, we gotta do something next year. We can't have this happen again. So I think the following year they ended up giving us Game Boys. And then I would get kind of car sick if I'd be staring at the Game Boy the whole time. So I think I would just grind and I'd like keep, you know, move my thumb across the D-pad in a circular motion, kind of like this. And I just do fights. Like I said before, I couldn't really have the volume on because my parents would kind of complain. So I didn't know what like half these Pokemon sounded like. I thought it was wild that most of the kids in my neighborhood could just hear a call and be able to name the Pokemon. Like, that's crazy. I couldn't do that. I think my brother had a friend who could pretty much name for first death. Pokeballs. Gotta pay attention. Running would help. Man. Oh, I don't want to do move. I don't want to do that. I gotta move. So I think, yay. D-E-D dead. Sorry, Riot Shield. We'll get you another Pokemon. Well, I guess I'll go fight my rival. I think there might be an item up here. I guess I was mistaken. Why even have that path? The guard won't let you through without him. I didn't read that. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Well, most of them did, and then I lost one of them out of stupidity. Speaking about stupidity, I didn't even heal. Oh, I should probably change this to set. I like to live on the edge. I knew that was going to happen. I'm good at Nuzlocke, guys. Oof. Oh, I lucked out. Yeah. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Man. 2 deaths within 5 minutes of each other. to set. Wait, does it say? Maybe heal. Maybe I should heal. I should probably heal. Rough start, to say the least, but that's okay. I don't think there's any, like, major losses. Just sucks that I just decided to throw away 2 of my followers. It's okay, I'll rename them. I think since Riot Shield died first, the next encounter, if I catch it, I'll name it Riot Shield. And then after that, I'll name the next one Chevy. Chevy. Viridian Forest. Let's see what my encounter is. Came here with some friends to catch some bug Pokemon. They're all itching for some Pokemon battles. Metapod. Weedle. Hopefully I don't just one-shot this. Riot Shield the Weedle. The hairy bug Pokemon, often found in forests and grasslands. It has a sharp, toxic barb around 2 inches on the top of its head. What about the tail? Alright, so this time we're going to do capital R for Riot Shield, since I messed up. I'm gonna go heal. I mean, at some point, I'm probably gonna have to replace Piggy, because I don't want multiple flying Pokemon. It's a shame that I let the first Riot Shield die, because the Mankey would have been very, very helpful during this first battle. You gotta think about what other Pokemon I might want / need for the second gym. Misty's gonna be some trouble. I suppose I could keep training Charmander until he gets Metal Claw for this first gym, and then maybe that won't be too bad. right now I'm kind of SOL. Lucky poison. Should probably move Gust up. Bubble goes Charmander, learn Metal Claw. It's 12. I feel like the beginning of Nuzlocke are pretty tough because you're getting over like the level gap. There's a lot of switching involved. I just got to be paying a little more attention, a lot more attention to what I'm doing. Worst part about Viridian Forest is the poison too, so if I don't like one-shot everything in Viridian Forest, switch to Pidgey. If I don't one-shot everything from the trainers in Viridian Forest, there's a good chance I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose another Pokemon. My forehead. Never mind. Pretty sure you get that relatively soon. Dude, I haven't played Fire Red or the original Pokemon games in so long. Unfortunately, like my original Game Boy Color games, those internal batteries died, so can't really save anything. I mean, I know with the GameCube I have a workaround, but the problem with that is my GameCube would be running non-stop until I completed the game. And that could take me several days to several weeks. Especially if I'm doing a Nuzlocke and I'm this bad at it. So that's probably not going to happen. Because I don't want to break my GameCube. Or have a house fire. Probably mostly the house fire. Alright, what are we doing? What are we looking at? Go down and heal, and then maybe I'll just rush through Viridian Forests. I could do more training later. I'll lead with Charmander, I think. Which is Crankski 101. So lead with him throughout the forest, so that way hopefully he gets Metal Claw, and then maybe I could just rush through Brock. Matata, Kakuna, Matata. I like the Pokeballs. Everything's fine as long as I have Ember. The moment I lose all the PP for Ember, that's when I'm bone around. cater pie. Cater pie. The worst part is I really want to make it to the first gym, but also I know I have a relatively early morning tomorrow and it's almost 11 already. And I've got editing and stuff to do tomorrow. I want to start putting out some shorts. I took a bunch of timestamps from my Fable playthrough, and I have most of the files on my new desktop, but I have all of the files on my tablet, so I'll download them from there and then put it into my desktop and start cranking out some shorts. And then my plan from there is to keep posting stuff, try to do stuff daily, get some content out there. I don't know if it's going to be like that every week, because sometimes I don't feel well during streaming because I spend way too much time trying to figure out too much stuff the night before and then don't get any sleep, just like I did this last time. And then, you know, I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow, but man, if I do, I'm going to be cooked. Not a fall. Maybe it's 14. Uh-oh. Or maybe it's, wait. Is he at 11? Maybe it's 12? Maybe it's 14 or 13. I don't know. I have never had my Pokemon this low while going through Viridian Forest. I've always had my Pokemon at like level 20 by the time I get to Viridian Forest. Oh, there's the Metal Claw I needed. Hopefully I can get super lucky on hitting every single time and one-shotting. But I'll hit up as many battles as I can going through Viridian Forest here. Got 12 more embers. Maybe I'll head back and heal. I got other Pokemon, don't I? Yeah. Maybe I'll switch to Piggy after I run out of Ember, because Piggy's got Gust, so that'll be good. If I could get Charmander to Charmeleon, that would be great, but at the pace I'm going, I don't think that's going to happen prior to Brock, especially if I don't do any more grinding. I mean, I'll do another encounter just before, what is it, Pewter City. But the way that I'm going to run out here, I don't want to get poisoned, because if I get poisoned, I'm definitely going to die before I make it to a Pokemon Center. I have some potions, so that would be some extra steps, but still. I'd rather not risk it. There's another potion, but again, I don't want to risk it. I think this might be the last trainer, though. For some reason, as a kid, I thought there was like one more loop. I thought Viridian Forest was a lot bigger than it was. This will gain a pretty good amount of experience. If I get really close. Alright, I'll do a little bit of grinding up until I run out of Ember, and then I'll go up and heal, and then maybe I'll grind some more to get to level 16, evolve, and then I'll feel a lot more comfortable with my chances of beating Brock. I don't like having an uneven leveled team, but I should have thought of that when I was training the rest of my Pokemon and let them die like a dummy. Alright, one more battle after this. Okay, maybe two more, because Metapod only does harden. It should be silly for me to waste an Ember. And this is just a Caterpie, so there's no way of me getting poisoned. I'm just dragging this out. I really don't like traveling all the way up and then coming back down. The closer I get to 16, the better off we're gonna be. I don't mess around with Weedles though. Have you noticed the the skinny trees on the roadside, they can be cut down by a special Pokemon move, I hear. Many Pokemon live in the forests and caves. You need to be persistent and look everywhere to get different kinds. Do you know the evolution cycle cancel technique? When a Pokemon is evolving, you can stop the process. It's a technique for raising Pokemon the way that they are. Neat. Didn't even tell me that you're supposed to hit the B button. But that's okay, I forgive you. Wait, did that say Route 2? Not like I could get this Pokemon anyway. As an encounter. I'm gonna go down and come back up. I think I already had one for Route 2. Yeah, okay. So, no more encounters. That's fine. Piggy was Route 2. Yeah. Alright. That is a-okay. Dude, I got an adamant nature. Huh. That was lucky. I do like me some wing attack. I don't know if they have Fire Fang in this game. Alright, well... I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and just go for it, I guess. I mean, not that really saving right now is gonna matter. Don't die. Dude. Geodude. I think Brock's Pokemon's got magnitude. I would heal prior to this anyway. I'm gonna Metal Claw again. Should be getting attack boost. Nope. Okay, well, we'll go for Ember and we'll go for possible burn. Hopefully this Ember gets it. I think it only knows Scratch though. Oh, if it knew rollout, I'd be in trouble. Yay. Darn, light years isn't time. It measures distance. All right. What? Cranksky 101 is evolving. Woo! Congratulations, your Crankski 101 evolved into a Charmeleon. I'm gonna go heal. And before I do that, I'm gonna switch the attack so I don't accidentally use the wrong attack. I'm gonna be so... I'm gonna lose this if I lose Crankski 101. It'll be over. 2 hours and some minutes into a Nuzlocke and lost. That might be a new record for me. Of losing a Nuzlocke. Okay, again, not that this is really gonna matter, but it's like ingrained in me to save. My rock hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. Is bro rock smashing his Geodude? My Pokemon are all rock hard and have true grit determination. Bro, phrasing. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. Fwahaha! You're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose. That's the trainer honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. Show me your moves. This is that poor Geodude I was talking about. Yes, that's what I needed. That's fine. That's fine. I got an attack up. We should still be pretty even. It should still knock him out. Another attack boost would be great. Nope. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Onyx. He might have Rock Thrower Magnitude. Body Defense Curl. Rock Tomb. Okay. Oh. My speed's still pretty good. If I get... Well, at this point it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Oh, okay. Well... We were even on speed then. So glad that that worked out. That would not have been great. I took you for granted and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. I received the Boulder Badge from Brock. Just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it. So he's like rock smashing his Pokemon, and then he's talking about flashing now outside of battle? Dude, keep your pants on. Rock hard. Wait, take this with you. Ben received TM39 from Brock. Ben put TM39 in the TM case. A TM technical machine contains a technique for Pokemon. Using a TM teaches the move it contains to a Pokemon. A TM is good for only one use. So when you use one, pick the Pokemon carefully. Anyways, TM39 contains Rock Tomb. It hurls boulders at the foe and lowers its speed. Alright. Thanks, Brock. You've been a real pleasure. I'm gonna heal my Pokemon. Okay. I'm gonna run into that tree and then I'm gonna heal some Pokemon and I will save and probably call that a night. Oof. Man, that was rough. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping in and watching this absolute train wreck. Hopefully it gets better. I don't know. We'll see. I've never been terribly great at Nuzlocke, but maybe I'll get better. Thanks. Bye.